Hello there my friends, KanKicks here. Now Smokedship has been complaining that our playlist for fun Overwatch has such few videos. So with Blizzard dropping in the Blizzard World update that comes with a beefy, juicy cosmetic pack for Overwatch, I thought I'll do a fun video for a change. Over 100 plus items have been added to regular loot boxes, which means that they are available all year round and they cost the regular credits, meaning you will not have to pay the outrageous premium on them. But enough of that. What we are really here to see is that if they're any good. Now, we will be just looking into the legendary and the epic skins, emotes and highlight intros, because I really don't care about the other stuff like stickers and player icons. Some of the skins are even based on other Blizzard IPs, so that's cool I guess. Also, I will be rating stuff, which is purely my opinion, and if you're that odd person that does not like it, then that's your problem. Oh, and we will be certainly picking up stuff that we really like, so it's shopping time. Starting off is a sniper healer Anna. Anna got this highlight intro where she somersaults before landing into this badass pose, pointing the sniper rifle right at your face. The quality of this animation intro is 10 on 10. But because you will not be able to rub it into other people's faces, as you know Anna never gets play of the game, so basically it's a 0 for me. At least until Anna starts getting play of the game. Blizzard, are you listening? Bastion. Bastion's intro highlight looks like it's been pulled out of a Transformer movie. Bastion goes all tank mode before transforming back into his cute little docile self again. The quality of this animation is top notch, so it's a 10 on 10 for me. But I don't play that dirty little devil that much, so not buying that. Next up is our cute little number 1 Deva. Deva's skin is pure fan service. Give her blonde hair and cat ears with a nice leather skirt and shoes to go with it. And you know exactly what Blizzard is trying to do here, those sneaky bastards.
You're even more shocked than I thought you would be.
But I thought you were a cat!
Cats don't talk. Use your head, Ichigo.
Even her mech gets cat ears, with bunch of eyes tied back to form mecha steel. Now at least Deva has something to wiggle around as she purrs her way, bumping into you and not in a pleasant way. Also put a cat logo instead of bunny and you got yourself a skin that could cover the entire Overwatch budget if it was a paid skin. The skin is a solid 10. This is an insta pick for me. Now, if only she could get some really cute little cat emotes. Then we have Doomfist. The skin is definitely inspired from World of Warcraft and has very molten core aesthetics to it. Doomfist reminds me of the orc a-hole Garrosh Hellscream, with his face floating on hellfire of searing hot molten lava. The details on the skin are awesome, making it a solid 9, but -2 for not having "For the Horde" voice line. Next, we have the Genji emote, which is directly picked up from his animated short Dragons. The quality of this animation is top notch, but it's not something that we have not seen before, so for that it gets a 8 out of 10. But I would be still picking up this skin because I can tease people after I slice them into pieces. Now we come to Junkrat, and for an epic skin which costs 250 bucks, this skin is not that bad. It definitely has more details thrown in compared to his default skin, with the word danger written on his burnt out shorts. The bright orange and yellow shades painted all over his skin signals danger alert to everybody. This skin is a 8 out of 10 and a must buy. It's just for 250 bucks, so you might as well pick it. Now let's come to Lucio. Lucio gets this capo something skin which is basically inspired from some dance based karate thing. I don't know, I just don't play Lucio that much to even care about it, though the elements on the skin and his gun are definitely inspired from percussion instruments, which is kind of cool. Now we can all hold our hands and play Kumbaya far away from the payload. Ultimately this skin is a 7 for me. Next up is a sharpshooter McCree. McCree gets an epic skin, and to be honest, I'm not really impressed by it. It looks to be inspired from World of Warcraft with Alliance silver and blue shades, but just because you have blue cooling liquid running down your does not mean that the skin is really good. Even if it's an epic skin, it's still a 4 out of 10 for me. Our cancerous hero Mei gets a skin that is directly picked up from Mei's animated shot. And I really can't complain about it because the skin is super detailed and super thick. The pouches and the little stuff on the skin just adds to the fidelity of the skin. Even her gun looks like a prototype that is cobbled together with duct tapes and whipped cream cans. The skin gets an 8 out of 10 for looks, but 0 from practicality perspective. Try wearing this on Anubis. Everyone's favorite Mercy gets a cute emote to cheer up Mercy mains before she gets hit by a massive nerf. At least now you have something to do on the battlefield apart from being useless. The emote especially looks good on the Valk skin and the Witch skin. Emote itself is a 8 out of 10 for me and I'm buying it to make myself feel good about the incoming Mercy nerf.
Calm down! Calm down!
Coming to Moira. Now Moira gets a simple facepalm. Well, it suits her personality and it's a 8 for me. But I'll give it +1 because now I can facepalm people for not playing the objective. This emote is a definite buy for me. Queen of the Sky, the hot, sexy Farrah gets an even more sexy skin. This Anubis inspired skin looks amazing. The gold plated armor will go very well with the golden gun. She also gets a very Cleopatra-like look which is super hot. And then she gets a snake helmet over it. Wow. She reminds me of Sudangi, a hot chick from an Indian comic series Nagraj. She was the hero's special sidekick from Egypt who could turn herself into a snake at will. Also, talking about snakes, her gun also has been given this snake-like appearance to sting your enemies with rockets. The skin is a 10 on 10 for me and an instant buy. Coming to Reaper. Reaper's new skin is Diablo-inspired epic skin. And for an epic skin, it just looks simply amazing. With very Diablo-ish kind of a mask and channels of hellfire lava running through his guns and through the back of his cape, forming some kind of a dark ritual markings. This skin looks fabulous. The hot reds and yellows of the skin gel perfectly with the golden gun, and so this skin gets a 9 out of 10 and is a solid buy for me. Coming to Reinhardt. We could see this Ryan skin coming from miles away. This skin is based on his animated shot, and now you get to play Reinhardt as his hot younger self, with golden strands of hair hanging down from his golden locks as wind flies through his hair. The detailing on the skin is intricate, and those Alliance Griffins forming Ryan's big bulky shoulder blades remind me of my World of Warcraft days. Just for that itself, this skin gets an 8 out of 10 and is an instant buy for me. But what's the deal with this chain dangling from his hammer? Now coming to Roadhog. Honestly, this is not a skin. Roadhog is basically replaced by Butcher from Diablo 3. You can now actually boast about being a meat shield. With bull-like piercing all over your body, you can pull pieces of meat from your enemies, and with your golden hook, you are going to look ever so terrifying. The skin gets a 9 out of 10 for the roleplay aspect, but it's not a buy from me. I just cannot stand looking like that. Papa Soldier gets an highlight intro which is a straight elbow bow to the face. Seriously, why would you not buy this? The quality of the animation on this highlight intro is so damn good. It's a 10 on 10 and an instant buy for me. Next up is Sombra. Sombra gets this puppet emote where she is pulling the strings on what seems to be Reaper. Actually, it is Reaper. That's not a very appetizing looking puppet you have there, Sombra. But how can you pass this? It even makes cute little puppet noises, and it's great for trolling Reapers, which makes it a solid buy for me at an 8 out of 10. Coming to Symetra. To be honest, at first I thought this skin was absolute shit until I realized that just like a peacock, it changes color from mixed hues of dark browns, blues, dark purple and dark green. I have been rotating this shit since then. Even the color on the guns and the turrets change color, but for an epic skin, it just does not look that good. So it's a 4 out of 10 in terms of how it looks, but I will give it a 7 on uniqueness factor. Seriously, can I just stop rotating her now? Coming to Torbjorn. This is hands down the best skin. Inspired from World of Warcraft's Magni Bronzebeard, the detailing on his armor is at a new level altogether. From gold embellishment to the engravings to the slight bevels, this skin just looks amazing. Even the gun, armor and the turret carry the same level of detail. The skin gets a 10 out of 10 because it looks like it's been handcrafted in the burning molten lava of Ironforge. Cheers, love! How could Blizzard's favorite hero not get something cool? Tracer gets this cool emote, and honestly it's the coolest emote to be added, where she almost drops her pulse bomb. There's a reason why you do not play with those things, Tracer. This emote gets a 10 out of 10 just for Tracer's expressions. Plus, I will never manage to stick those nasty buggers on enemies anyways, so might as well just pretend to drop it. Coming to our sexy Widowmaker. Widowmaker, like always, gets the hottest skin ever from the hottest female from StarCraft, Nova. I love you, Kerrigan, but Nova has always been my crush. And look, the gun is exactly what Nova uses. This skin gets a 10 on 10 and is a must buy. But it's only after buying that I realized that she looks like Nova but sounds like Widowmaker. All my dreams and hopes to roleplay Nova crushed into oblivion. So the skin score is adjusted to 6 out of 10 until we get Nova to say those voice lines. I want a refund on that, Blizzard. Moving to Winston. Winston gets an highlight intro, which is again a straight pick from Winston's animated shot. But it looks so damn cool and badass, and the quality of the animation and his expressions are so good that it gets an 8 out of 10 and is a solid buy for me. Wait, I don't even play Winston. Why did I buy this shit? Oh, and coming to one of my favorite heroes, Zoria. Zoria gets this barbarian inspired skin from Diablo and she looks awesome in it. Though a medieval age barbarian carrying a pulse cannon is just a little jarring, but my god, the medieval aesthetics carried onto the gun are spot on and the detailing on it is crazy. This is one of those weapons that will not look good in gold, because it's that white bone structure around the gun that really makes it pop out. Overall, another 10 on 10 skin, which is an instant buy for me. Coming to our peace-loving Zeni, which gets an Illidari skin. It's again a World of Warcraft themed skin, which is clearly inspired from Illidan's look with black punctuated by bright greens. But it's called carbon fiber for some reason. Orisa also has a carbon fiber skin, but this skin is definitely inspired from Illidari. Look at those eyes and tell me if you don't see a demon hunter in them. For a peaceful oriented guy, this skin is a little out of character, so by that matrix, it gets a 6 out of 10 and a pass. It just does not look right on him. But his balls look cool though. Now that we have touched upon Orisa, let's talk about her skin. Orisa gets this Protoss themed skin from StarCraft 2, which actually makes Orisa look like a badass. Her gun really looks good with this skin, and I think the golden version would just look phenomenal with her new shiny body. Though I feel her proportions are a little off. She looks a little squished, and what's the deal with her feet? Anyways, the skin is a 7 with -1 for her odd proportions. But it does not matter because who plays her anyways? Now I have saved Hanzo for the last. Hanzo gets this samurai type skin with dashes of red and white. His bow really looks cool with dashes of red and white carving through his bow. But overall, the skin does not cut it for me. It's a 5 out of 10 with 1 point extra for that hat, which Hanzo mains can now use to cover their despicable faces for picking up Hanzo. There you have it, my unchallenged rating for all the skins and highlight intros forged in fire and marked in blood. But don't spend all your credit at once and save it just like me for future events. Make sure to subscribe to us for more fun Overwatch videos. This is KanKicks, kicking out.